What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, where we get into the tea, the truths, and the stories behind the headlines. Today, we're diving deep into a saga that has the city of Huntsville buzzing. And honestly, the drama isn't slowing down anytime soon. If you've been following Martell Holt and Melody Shari's story, you already know it's been a roller coaster, filled with interviews, public spats, court drama, and a social media frenzy that seems to never end. But the latest development? Well, let's just say it left fans and followers absolutely speechless. After months of claiming to be a dedicated father, fighting tooth and nail for joint custody, and publicly insisting that he wouldn't stop until things were fair for his kids, Martell Holt didn't show up to court. Yep, not a single step through that courtroom door. Now, let's pause for a second here, because this isn't just a casual absence. This is the kind of move that makes people gasp, and fans start theorizing like it's a chess match they're all watching unfold in real time. For months, Martell presented himself as a man who was willing to fight for his children, someone who was serious about spending more time with them, someone whose every public statement was about fairness and family. And yet, when it came time to take that fight into a legal setting, he vanished. Not just late, missing entirely. And the implications of this move are enormous, both for how fans view him and for the dynamics between him, Melody, and yes, Arionne, who somehow finds herself intertwined in this narrative once again. Here's the kicker. According to reports, Martell will now see his kids only 2 weekends out of the month, plus every Thursday for a few hours. That's it. 2 weekends and a couple of hours during the week. Compare that to the months of claiming he wanted joint custody, more time with the kids, and insisting that he'd stop at nothing until things were fair for his kids. Some fans are pointing out that maybe, just maybe, this limited schedule was exactly what Martell wanted all along. Perhaps this was never about being a present father in the day-to-day sense, but about maintaining an image. The image of being the devoted dad without actually having to engage in the hard, messy, time-consuming work of parenting. Now, don't get it twisted. This isn't just about Martell's convenience. It's about control, perception, and the optics of parenthood in the public eye. We live in a culture where social media likes and comments often feel like the scoreboard of life, and Martell, like many in the public sphere, knows that. So the question becomes, was this really a custody arrangement, or was it a carefully orchestrated strategy to allow him to maintain his lifestyle while still looking like a committed father? Meanwhile, the other side of this story, Melody Shari, has consistently shown a different kind of power. This is a woman who's been through storms with Martell, and yet she's emerged with her head held high, her integrity intact, and a clear focus on what really matters: her kids, her peace, and her purpose. Melody has repeatedly emphasized that she doesn't need child support and that she is fully capable of providing for her children. And yet, the public has debated her choice. Some say she should have pushed for financial support anyway, just to ensure long-term security. But Melody's approach has been one of quiet strength and intentional peace. She's focused on stability, on protecting her children from unnecessary drama, and on raising them in a controlled environment that allows them to flourish. And if you ask me, that's the kind of win that doesn't make headlines in the tabloids, but is invaluable in real life. There's something remarkably powerful about Melody's approach. She could have made this a public spectacle, calling out Martell at every opportunity, posting evidence, dragging him through social media. She could have used the platform that viewers and fans are so eager to watch, but she chose a different path. Her strength lies in her silence, in her ability to remain composed while the chaos swirls around her. And that composure, in turn, speaks volumes to anyone paying attention. It's not just restraint, it's strategy. Meanwhile, Martell has been out there maintaining appearances as if nothing has happened. He's smiling for the cameras, posting on social media, promoting his wine brand, attending events, and generally projecting the image of a man whose life is just fine. But when you look closely, this raises a lot of questions. If he truly cared about being with his kids more often, if he genuinely wanted to fight for custody, wouldn't you expect some emotional turmoil? Wouldn't you expect frustration, determination, even visible upset over the limited time he's now allotted? Instead, we see a man who seems almost relieved, as if a burden has been lifted. And maybe that's the truth. maybe Martell never wanted the day-to-day grind of parenting. The early mornings, the school runs, the homework, the sick days. Maybe he was ready to hand those responsibilities entirely over to Melody while maintaining the perception of being the dedicated dad. And if that's the case, then everything we're seeing, the social media posts, the interviews, the calm demeanor, makes sense. It's a carefully curated performance. Now, of course, we can't ignore Arionne Curry's role in this story. Her name surfaces every time Martell's custody and personal life come into discussion. And as usual, she's being very deliberate in how she's positioned herself. With Martell seeing his children only for limited periods, Arionne doesn't have to compete for attention or engage in the challenges that come with additional children in the household. She's able to maintain her lifestyle, her energy, and her public persona without the disruptions that might have occurred if Martell had more day-to-day parental responsibilities. Fans have noticed it too. Her social media presence is confident, relaxed, and smiling, a clear contrast to what you might expect from someone navigating complex custody dynamics. Leaked recordings from the past even suggest that she's expressed a desire not to deal with children who aren't hers, which now, in hindsight, seems like foreshadowing. And whether intentional or not, the result is the same. A carefully crafted arrangement that serves the adults' needs while the kids' time with their father is limited. Unsurprisingly, the fans have not been kind to Martell. Social media is abuzz with criticism, people calling out his absence from court, questioning his priorities, and debating his motivations. Many fans point out that if Martell had truly wanted to be in court, production schedules or filming commitments would have been secondary. A court date for your kids is not something you simply skip unless it's a conscious choice. And that's exactly what the public is saying. This wasn't an accident. It was a calculated move, a way to step back without outright saying, "I can't handle this." The criticism has been relentless, and for good reason. Parenting, after all, is not about appearances. It's about presence. And by choosing convenience over responsibility, Martell has opened himself up to significant backlash. At its core, this situation is about control. Martell gets to maintain his image as a loving father, Arionne gets the life she wants, and Melody maintains the peace she's fought for. But the children are at the center of a carefully managed adult dynamic. It's a scenario where perception, convenience, and strategic planning outweigh the actual responsibilities of parenthood. And when you step back and look at it, this setup feels almost orchestrated, like a plan that has been unfolding behind the scenes for months, if not years. Martell and Arionne likely had discussions, strategizing about schedules, responsibilities, and how to balance their public lives with private arrangements. From a tactical standpoint, it works. They avoid day-to-day stress, maintain appearances, and continue to benefit from public attention. But it raises questions about priorities, values, and the long-term effects on the kids. Amid all this, Melody's quiet strength is undeniable. She has maintained her composure, her focus, and her integrity. While Martell and Arionne manage optics and convenience, Melody has been consistent in prioritizing her children's well-being and her own peace. She didn't need to prove herself to the internet or fight public battles. She simply stayed committed to what mattered. This is the power of silence, patience, and strategic thinking. Melody's approach might not generate viral headlines the way Martell's antics do, but it's far more impactful in the long run. She has reclaimed control over her life and her children's environment. She has set boundaries and demonstrated that real strength often comes from quiet consistency rather than loud confrontation. The drama isn't over, though. As any Love and Marriage Huntsville fan knows, nothing truly ends in Huntsville. Whether it's a reunion, an Instagram live, or a casual interview, someone will always find a way to bring past tensions back into the spotlight. Finger-pointing, fan debates, and speculation are guaranteed. And the custody situation, no matter how much control Melody now has, will continue to be dissected, analyzed, and speculated about by viewers, social media users, and fans alike. The story is far from over. In fact, every time one element seems resolved, another layer of the drama emerges. And the audience, they're here for it. They're analyzing every social media post, every interaction, every comment. Because in Huntsville, nothing stays buried. Not when the cameras, fans, and online followers are always watching. So where does that leave us? Martell Holt got what he wanted in terms of convenience, Arionne got what she wanted in terms of lifestyle and peace, and Melody, she got control, stability, and the quiet victory of knowing her children are safe, and her household is hers to manage. It's a complex, layered situation that goes beyond just reality TV drama. It's about family dynamics, strategy, perception, and ultimately the choices adults make and how they affect those around them. And if you've been watching, you know that in Huntsville, the story is never as simple as it seems. So, what do you think? Was Martell's absence from court a calculated move or just bad timing? Did Arionne get exactly what she wanted? And how much credit does Melody deserve for handling all of this with grace? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because trust me, this story is far from over and we'll be watching every twist and turn.